Now, as always, I will be going from, running through the slides through to going live and giving you a quick walkthrough so we can see what things are like. So you can choose which one or which ones you want to play with at the end of the session. Now, just to let you know, as I said, 30 minutes. This will be the the penultimate, should I say, top 10 AI tools for the year. I'm going to do a top 10 wrap up for 2023 last Thursday of October. And then we're going to call it the year. So give you November and December off. As always, I do want to pay my respects to the traditional elders on whose lands we are meeting today. If you'd like to pop in what country you are on, I would love to learn the areas that everybody is zooming in from. This is Bundjalung country. This is northern New South Wales. This is where I grew up. And my respects to all Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander and Indigenous people on the call today. We always have a lot of new people joining, so thank you to everyone who's been sharing the link for this. The community is growing every month and it's lovely to see. So for the new people on the call, you're on the right room. I'm Tracy Sheen. I'm known as the Digital Guide, the author of The End of Technophobia. Still working on the second book, AI and You, progressing along nicely. I've got some covers to throw up on socials and let you all see how that is progressing. I'm the regular tech marketing commentator on Koshi's Business Builders. I spend my time these days educating, so lots of workshops, webinars. I've got my speaking kit ready for 2024. So if anyone's looking for workshops, keynotes, etc., hit me up. Also working on my partnership brief. So if you're looking for a way to expand your reach across particularly regional Australia and you're looking to reach community sector and business, then definitely love to have a chat about how we can potentially partner together. So drop a note in chat or shoot me an email and love to have a conversation about that. Okay, here we go. Got some really cool ones this week. Splash this month. So Splash, I met these guys last week at the AI Summit in Queensland. So they're an Aussie company. And what Splash does is allows you to generate your own music using AI. So much like ChatGPT, you can type into a prompt box what kind of music you are looking for and allow the AI to generate it for you. So the actual system can sing, probably as good as me, but it can sing, it can rap, it plays instruments, it'll compose and also produce music for you. If you're on the free plan, you can download as many 15-second grabs as you want. So really, really good if you're creating a podcast or you're looking for copyright free music that you own. Really good source to play around with. And you can even create your track, pay for it, and then download it with a video clip. So really, really cool. Look, it's in kind of new territory. So there is a few glitches. I'll show you. I created a couple of songs yesterday to give you a bit of a feel for what it can do. But it's a lot of fun to kind of play around with. So Splash is the first one this month. Next one is Briefly. Now, Briefly is basically an AI summarizer. So at the moment, it'll only work on Chrome, but Safari is on its way. If you're using the free version, you get to use it 3 times a day. And essentially what it will do is if there's a long form content, so maybe a long article, a website, a PDF that you just want to kind of chew through quickly, Briefly will read the whole document for you and then summarize it, creates bullet points, puts stuff into forms, gives you the keywords of the content in hashtags, and just gives you different ways to capture all of the content. So to access it, you need to download it to Chrome, but Briefly is one that is doing some nice things in terms of just allowing you to chew through a lot more content on a quicker basis. All right, next one is Glimpse. Now, Glimpse kind of like what Briefly does, but allows you to chat with it. So again, we'll summarize, filter, rephrase content for you, but you can chat with it. So you can say to it, don't quite understand what that means. Can you rephrase it? And it will rephrase the paragraph, the article, etc., for you in a different way. Just allows you to, again, chew through that content, those articles, even ads, which is kind of interesting. That's a new one that I'm starting to see, is that these types of platforms are starting to review ads for you. So you can start to kind of, what's the main reason for the ad, who's the target audience, that type of thing. So it'll really start to give you a bit more nuanced understanding of what's happening with ads in particular, which I kind of think is pretty cool. That's a new area that we're starting to move into. Now, the difference between Glimpse and Briefly is Glimpse really encrypts your data and it stays on your computer. So anything that you're looking at or that it is referencing or rephrasing or paraphrasing, any of that kind of stuff for you, summarizing, creating those key points, it is keeping that data on the computer. And we'll even do video. So you can just upload a meeting, a Zoom link, for example, and it will review the whole meeting link for you and, again, create those key points. Glimpse, kind of nice one to check out. Rewind. Now, I have added Rewind to my laptop. I haven't put it on my desktop, which is the computer that I'm on today. But this one really intrigues me and is why I immediately downloaded it. Now, it's coming to Windows. So at the moment, if you're using Microsoft Windows, still a little clunky and not that full functionality. But basically, it's set up. They call it a productivity tool, and they've set it up for different areas and kind of given real insights into different use cases. One of them is ADHD, which I kind of found really interesting. They've also got one around sales, executive, and I think engineering was the other one. Now, what it is privacy first. So everything is tracked and based to your computer, but it basically records what you're looking at and what you're interacting with. So you can then find or rewind stuff that you have looked at and done stuff with over the time. So it'll capture meeting notes, it'll index them and then allow you to search on them. So essentially they're saying if you've seen it, heard it, watched it, or said it, then Rewind can find it for you. Now, when I was setting up the keynote, the slide deck for today, I had Rewind going in the background and I just pulled it up and said, top 10, and it immediately grabbed my notes, my previous slide decks, and different bits and pieces that had referenced top 10 and allowed me to just really quickly search through. So if you're like me, which, have some ADHD tendencies, or potentially, you've got a million things open and you're trying to remember what it was that you were trying to remember because there was something that it was really important. Now you've got no idea what it was. Then I think this is going to be really handy. Now, obviously, still new, not a lot of detail on the website. And I got to say, Pete is a little concerned in terms of the privacy, but I am kind of surging through and giving it a crack. You can download it to your phone as well, so it will work on your phone and on your desktop or laptop. We'll have a look at it in a minute. So that one is Rewind. Next one is Capsule. Now, Capsule is an AI video editor. Now, this is designed for people who aren't video editors, okay? So you may have come across platforms like Descript, and Descript was one that I used to talk about quite a bit, probably 18 months, 2 years ago, and I used it quite extensively. It was really good for editing audio. This is kind of next level. It's quicker than Descript. It's quicker than Adobe. and allows you to use or harness that kind of AI power to edit your own videos, add in motion graphics, do all of that kind of stuff that you need to do. So if you wanted to edit a video, you upload the file, and then you just edit the video like you're editing a text document. So if there's a sentence that you want removed, you just delete it. AI will come in and cut that section. You can add B-roll, so you can simply type into it, I want to add a streetscape of people walking through Manhattan, and it will add that B-roll over the top of the video for you. You can get to play with it. The free plan, you can play with up to 3 projects before you need to move on to a paid plan. So if video and getting your head around the whole editing, look, this one is going to take a little bit of getting used to, but if video is high on your priority, or it's something that you need to add more into, then Capsule is probably a good one to start spending a little bit of time and just getting used to it. 3 projects, right? You're going to figure out within those 3 projects whether it's something that you want to continue with or not. Next one, Flightplan. Now, I love this concept, I have to say. This is really, I'm a marketer at heart, right? I certified practicing marketer with the Australian Marketing Institute. I am one of their mentors for the year. I judge the marketing awards. I've been doing marketing for business since 1990. So I am at heart, I'm a digital marketer that loves those tools. But a lot of people I come across aren't marketers, right? So they get caught up in, how do we design a strategy? What do we need to have? What do we need to do? Flightplan allows you to pay per project. It's $29 to create a project. But initially, or essentially, what you do is you jump into Flightplan and you describe the project or the service or the product that you're working on. And then Flightplan will generate the marketing strategy for you. Then it helps you launch it. But there's some really cool stuff that it does in between. It creates your buyer personas for you. It creates your target market for you. And then with AI, will allow you to have a conversation with that target market. So you can really start to dive in and get to know the pain points, the types of things that they would be watching or reading or listening to, or all that kind of stuff. So really gives you that deep level of understanding about your audience. So if you're someone who knows that you kind of need to create that strategy, but that's not your jam, then for $29, I reckon that Flightplan is one that you want to have a go at. I'm thinking I'll probably play around with this for, creating a strategy for the book, just to see how it does. So AI and you, I kind of know who I'm writing it for. Well, I do know who I'm writing for, not kind of. I know who I'm writing it for, but I'm really intrigued to see kind of what it comes up with for that. So I'll keep you posted. Next one is Stylize. Now, I was just playing with this morning, and I've got one open to show you kind of what it does. But Stylize is using AI to edit your images. So you drag an image in, you drop it in, and then you can choose from different styles to reformat the image. So cyberpunk, Jeff, for you, it's got, painting, or you can color in a black and white image, you can remove the background, you can re-enhance images, etc., restore them. Just a nice little tool there. And Wendy, I see with you the Flightplan, massive disruptor, right? Like I really need to play with it, but for $29, geez, that's just insane where this stuff's going right now. All right, Hookle is the next one. Hookle is a social media platform that is embedding AI across its whole interface. Now, 14-day trial. Now, we all know there's plenty of social media tools and platforms out there, from ones that I've gone completely blank about, that should have top of my mind. I can see them all. But Hookle will allow you to create your content using AI, pre-schedule it. You can update your platforms. All of your progress gets put into one place. It'll allow you to manage hashtags, give you ideas for hashtags using AI, and pulling all of that information and creating reports, etc., utilizing AI. So kind of interesting that it's now starting to, I guess, infiltrate those day-to-day areas. And I know most of our clients are using, Meta Business for their Facebook and Instagram. They're using LinkedIn now. You can pre-schedule, but we know that some of the insights and things that happen offline are still a little dodgy. So it'll be interesting to see, where these types of platforms take the AI implementation. Triplio. Now, Triplio is another productivity tool. So quite a lot of these starting to appear on the landscape right now. This gives you real-time assistance, so you can chat to your own program and it will respond to you using AI. You can train your AI based on the context of the conversation and the context of the project or the piece of work that you're working on. It'll auto-translate to over 200 languages. It'll do your bog standard kind of content generation for you. It also gives you smart prompts. So one of the things that I see people struggling with a lot around ChatGPT and the large language models, LLMs, is coming up with those good prompts to get that conversation or to get that answer really kind of nuanced. So Triplio has built in smart prompts or predefined prompts that will help you get a little bit more narrow and a little bit more nuanced with where you're going with that. So Triplio is another AI tool. Slite is the last one for this month. Now, we've talked a bit over previous sessions about different AI tools now that are allowing you to build your own knowledge base for your business utilizing AI, and Slite is another one of those. This one is kind of, the difference with this one is it's now allowing you to collaborate with team members and to create different visual models as well as just a chat. So again, similar to the other ones, you can upload your website, your PDFs, your Google Docs, your Word docs, anything to do with your business. Slite will then summarize if you need to. It will help you find policies, procedures, help you identify gaps, help you to collaborate with team members, and basically just help you to keep organized and create a bit more of a visual model for your business if needed. So they're the 10. Remember, these are my details. So if you do have any questions, if you want to reach out and have a chat about anything, you can always do that there. Let me stop sharing the screen. I'm just going to throw to Peter for a second while I get the live demos up. We've got 10 minutes to go. Pete, just checking in. Any questions?
No questions. I think Flightplan's the pick so far.
Flightplan is the buzz of the month. All right, let's go back to Zoom. Let me share my screen and let's work through these live one-to-one. All right, so first one we talked about was Splash. Now, one thing I need to do before I hit share screen is share sound, or you're going to go, that's wonderful, but why can't I hear anything? So let's have a listen. Yesterday, I created one and I said, I want a, what did I say? I think it was something like retro funk that said, here we go, retro funk Doctor Who style was what I said. Tells you a little bit more about me than you need to know up front, but here we go. Here were some of the ones that it spat out at me. What do we think? Is another one? Don't know that I hear any kind of Doctor Who in there, but it's cool, right? I then said to it, I want Irish folk meets 80s pop. I was really trying to confuse this thing, right? In my mind, I had, like, let's say the Pogues meet Kylie Minogue. It was probably what I was thinking in my head. What do we reckon?
So, question in the panel, is it copyright free?
100%. 100%. So all you do if you want to create a song, you sign up, obviously, and you can see it's just like ChatGPT. So I can say to it, I need a corporate intro for a podcast. I like swamp, blues, grass, music. Generate song. Then you can see it's starting to prepare. It takes about 15-20 seconds. So it's always great radio when you're doing something that you need to fill for those 15-20 seconds while it's doing. But you can see, right, this is actually now going away and compiling stuff while it's doing. So here's our samples.
I think
right. Sorry, Pete.
I think this one's getting a lot of interest. Stephanie asked, can you ask it to add more or less beat? I think you could do a whole session on this.
Absolutely. So I can go in new song. See, I can see the beats per minute down here. So if you want to, slow, fast, etc. 100%. So if I find one that I like, I can then opt to download, and I can even get it to create a video for me. So I think you could have a lot of fun with that. And I reckon this is one that you could probably give to your kids to play around with as well, right? They're going to have a lot of fun playing around with this. And as you can see, this is the free version. You only get 15-second, but unlimited 15-second clips on the free version. If there's something they particularly like, then, look to sign up and use it more. But that Splash, I love this. I think this is a real disruptor for me for the music industry. And I think this is, I don't think this is only going to get better, right? This is the first kind of its kind to come out. All right, next one is Briefly. This is the one that will summarize the content for you. You can see Safari coming soon. You've got to download it to Chrome. But essentially what it does is it will review a document, PDF, website, etc. for you and summarize it. So really handy. Cherie, I can imagine, some of the reports and things that you would get would be quite laborious to sit through and read, but you still need to know the guts of what you're getting to. So, having something that can just read it and give you the cliff notes could be really handy. So that's Briefly. Glimpse, similar to Briefly. Difference with this one is you can then chat with it. So it will summarize it for you. You can then chat to it and say, hang on, not quite sure what that means, or can you rephrase it? Can you paraphrase it, etc. And it will do that for you. So you can see, it gives you the points, find stuff faster, ask it questions. You can rewrite the content, change it up. So get, any kind of additional paraphrasing or dot points or keynotes or anything out of there as well. Rewind. This is the one I've downloaded this to my laptop now, so I can't show you this working live because it's not on my desktop. But this, I think, for me, is kind of going to be a game changer. So let's look at what it says about ADHD. And this is where, so again, privacy first, records what you do, makes it searchable, records it only, all data is stored locally, okay? So you've got full control over what's captured, but you can allow it to capture screenshots, videos, audio, anything. And I love that it says retrace your steps when you've forgotten what you forgot. That's me. Like, that thing was written for me. So, it's kind of, I'm still getting my head around just how powerful this could actually be. And I'm not sure. I guess Pete's concern was, you were saying, is it recording keystrokes? I still have to get my head around all of that. But, you know, I love that I was able to just kind of bring it up yesterday and say, you know, where did I say this? And it just brought up a stack of things automatically. It can back search social media posts for you. You know, what did I post on Facebook 4 days ago, and it will bring that back for you. So I think Rewind has quite a few possibilities there. Capsule is the video editor. So again, you just edit the video based like you would edit text, and it will cut and remove that that for you. It's got an AI co-producer in there. You can add extra footage, you can overlay your brand info, you can you know, obviously do your captions, but you can B-roll, you know, I want to insert this, remove that background, do all of that kind of stuff. So you can play around with that for free and check that one out. This, out of all of them, I think this is the one that is going to take time to actually get it doing what you need it to do, but I can see once you understand it that it's going to be a bit of a time saver. 2 minutes to go. Let's rush through the other ones. Flightplan, this is the disruptor. This is the one for me that I think just holy crap. You know, we're also used to paying thousands of dollars for a decent marketing strategy. $29, and you can see the level of detail that it will go to for you. So I reckon for $29, here's what you get. You know, your project profile, persona generator, full details of your persona, AI conversation with your personas, the launch plans, your strategies, market documents, a drawing tool, a document editor. It'll even write tailored ads and website copy for you. I mean, this thing's just off the charts with what it's offering. Again, I've not actually had a chance, but for $29, like I said, I'm going to run my book through it and see what it says. Happy to upload or talk a little bit about that once I've done that. Stylize. Okay, you can see here's an image that I uploaded. So this was an image I took in Tassie. You can overlay it with cyberpunk, animated or painted. I said painted. It's still downloading some images. So, you know, not 15 seconds. It's been half an hour so far. But you can see, like, here's one of the stylized images that it's given me, a blurry version of what I took. But the other things that it will do is, you know, the tools, you can restore an image, you can colorize black and whites, you can edit. I kind of like that one. That actually does work pretty well. You know, add a sunset and it will swap backgrounds out and things for you. So Stylize, free to use, just drag and drop, nice and easy. Hookle is the social media one. So let's just scroll to the bottom so I can show you the features. Too far to the bottom. Well done, Tracy. Features. Boom, there we go. So you publish to your contents. It's got the AI generator, update your businesses, plan, schedule. So it's kind of like Meta and LinkedIn and everything all rolled into one, like some of the other platforms that we've seen before, except it's got the AI built into it as well. 14-day trial if you want to give that one a crack. Triplio is that productivity tool. It calls it the Swiss Army knife. You can see their real-time assistance, content generator. The smart prompts I like because people do struggle with that. Translations, you know, have a look at Triplio if productivity is your jam. And last but not least is Slite. And this is the one that, as I said, we've talked about knowledge base generators previously. This one, you know, will create notes, a company wiki. You can do your onboarding processes, policies, procedures, change tonality, summarize things, fix spelling, collaborate with people, etc. And from a pricing point of view, completely free for up to 50 docs. So again, I like these tools are giving you the opportunity to have a play with them before you look at embedding them. Okay, so we are at time. We're a little bit over. I really want to know what's your 1 or 2 tools for the month that you want to play with. And obviously any questions, hit me up, let me know. I was at the AI Summit in Queensland last Friday. Really lovely to hear from Zach Bass, who was the go-to-market lead for OpenAI when they launched ChatGPT. I can tell you when his hot tip is that generative AI or general AI will be in place by 2030. His best guess is 2028. So what that means for you is now is the time that you need to be building your community. You need to have those relationships with your clients now, because everything is getting to the point where it's going to be commoditized. You can see Flightplan, that's the big change for marketing strategists and digital marketers now. That's the disruptor. So imagine if you run a marketing agency, why am I now paying you $5,000 for a strategy when I can pay $29 for an AI? It's that relationship that we're building with our communities now. So stay curious, stay open. Let me know, drop me an email or drop me a Facebook message if you want to go on the list for the book, because we're getting to the pointy end with that. And really want to know what you're thinking with. So Joe's Splash and Capture, awesome. Jared is going to have a crack at Splash. I think you're going to love that one, Jared. Lisa, the knowledge bases at the moment, so you're going to add Slite to the list. Fantastic. Layla, Slite, I think that's going to be a bit of a game changer for the chamber. And Hookle, yep. Beck, first time attending, so great. Flightplan and Capsule. Thank you, Beck, for joining us. I hope to see you next month. Tara's going to check out Flightplan, Capsule, and Hookle. Tara, you're an overachiever, my friend. 3. Oh, that's a lot. You're not getting a break over the long weekend is all I'm saying. Thank you, Wendy. Lovely to see you as always. Cherie, Flightplan. Everyone, like, Flightplan seems to be the go-to for the month. Jeff, good on you, mate. Flightplan, I reckon you're gonna have fun with that, mate. That's gonna be fun. Awesome. Hey folks, we are at time. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Like I said, last top 10 for the year is on the final Thursday of October. We are in daylight savings, so it'll be 11:30 Queensland time, 30 minutes. Please share the link with your community. I love some new people to join. It's going to be a wrap up. My favorite top 10 AI tools for 2023 is what we're going to talk about in October. So pumped to share those with you, and have a fabulous long weekend. Look forward to seeing you all last Thursday of October for the top 10 AI tool wrap up for 2023. Take care. See ya.